Hello friends, this is Bharat and Meena Trivedi.
Varsha and Dilip.
Sapna
and Gaurav Lal.
Suvarna,
Arya,
and Manoj Khari.
Ilanga.
Sejal Desai,
Smita
and Vivek Chaudaha.
Anjali Desai,
T and Deepak Arora.
Pawan.
and Rinki Agrawal.
Sid.
And Archana Nair.
Danny.
and Rinku Mehta.
And Sunil Kiani.
Priyanka,
And Vinay Kedia.
I'm Johnny Jenkins.
Kiran Fincher.
Raj.
And Aradhna Asava.
Together.
We support
Good afternoon, friends. Like every week on Thursday at 2:45 p.m., here we are, bringing to you our short segment, HungerMitao. We are your hosts, Raj and Aradhna Sava, coming to you from our home through the airways of FunAsia, an important partner of ours in this fight against hunger. Friends, through this radio show, we raise awareness about the rampant hunger issue in North Texas and share ways in which each one of us, in the spirit of give where you live, can and is making a difference.
Please take a minute to visit ntfb.org/HungerMitao to learn how this volunteer movement helps North Texas Food Bank in its fight against hunger here in North Texas. Again, the website is ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
Well, Aradhna, 2021 has started with a bang.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year. Just as we were looking forward to putting 2020 behind and starting fresh on a path to recovery and progress, yesterday happened. Yesterday's shocking display of assault on democracy was extremely disturbing and has shaken the principle on which America stands.
This in the midst of a pandemic that shows no signs of letting up and in fact is mutating into more contagious and lethal virus, which is taking the current situation from bad to worse. But the vaccines have started.
That's right.
And so there definitely is a lot of hope. And, we certainly hope that the situation turns better. Just this morning, CEO of North Texas Food Bank, Tricia Cunningham, reported that the food bank provided access to 73% more meals in December versus the December just a year ago. Let me say it again. 73% more meals served in December 2020 from when compared to December 2019.
Yeah. Wow.
Right here, not in North Texas.
For the food challenge.
I've read this a few times and it still stuns me every time I read it.
So actually, Aradhna, 73% is for the entire month, but there have been days and weeks within December where the percentage has actually gone up over 100% when compared to a year ago.
Yeah.
So this pandemic has really taken a toll. To make matters worse, Feeding America estimates in early 2021, food banks will lose an average of 50% of the food they receive from U.S. Department of Agriculture. I mean, that is shocking. These cuts are happening because COVID-related funding resources are ending. For Texas, all of Texas, this means 100.1 million lost meals. They won't know where those meals will come from.
Because right now they were coming from the USDA.
That's right. Hunger, my friends, is a daily need, which for many has become a year-round issue. We learned from 2020 that it is impossible to predict what the next year will bring. But we do know that public and private support will remain critical in helping the food bank stay adaptable to whatever challenge lies ahead.
It has been a challenging time for everyone. It's been full of financial uncertainty and overwhelming need. I came upon a couple of real-life stories, both of which are a result of the negative impact due to coronavirus. Dory was one of 500 employees laid off from a healthcare company when the COVID-19 pandemic began. As a single parent, she didn't know how long she'd be out of work or if she'd have a job to return to at all. Some people have lost their jobs and are not used to the loss of income. They're struggling just like I am, Dory said. This impacts every demographic. During this time, it is reassuring to know you are able to get the food you need from the food bank, said Dory.
We are happy to share that Dory was rehired by her employer this fall, and she is relieved to know that we will always be here to help people in their time of need, no matter what the circumstance.
And this is actually a very important thing to share with our listeners, because, Dory didn't always need help.
She was on the other side of the line, Aradhana.
In normal times.
Because she was employed.
And she was contributing.
Right.
Right?
That's correct.
But a setback put Dory on the other side of the line.
Right. Another story. Sylvia is a guardian to a 5-year-old boy with serious physical and medical conditions. She knew it would be a difficult journey, but she was surprised by how hard it was to find affordable, healthy food that met his dietary needs. 2 years ago, she reached out for the first time to one of the NTFB's partner agencies. They were able to provide Sylvia with fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy, and protein.
There is nothing to be ashamed of, Sylvia says. Just ask for help. Thankfully, the North Texas Food Bank has been able to count on dedicated supporters like all of our listeners to ensure our neighbors have access to nutritious food.
Especially during this time when people have been unrealistically placed in situations that they never ever imagined thanks to the pandemic. With needs at historic levels, Aradhana and I are proud of the Indian American community for their efforts to make sure families have food on their tables. We launched a year-end challenge towards the end of December, and in just a fortnight, the community has raised in excess of 500,000 meals.
We truly are overwhelmed with gratitude for everyone who has supported the HungerMitao mission through financial contributions, food donations, volunteerism, and advocacy. We clearly couldn't have done it without you. The food bank couldn't have done it without you.
That's right.
Friends, you must have seen the billboards of North Texas Food Bank around the DFW area. The faces of hunger. Do these images surprise you? Because that is not the face you would have expected to be hungry. In actuality, the faces of hunger are all around us, and they may surprise you because they look like you and me. They look like our kids. They look like our grandkids. It's hard to imagine, but hunger is all around us, especially in these trying times. With your support, struggling children, seniors, and families across North Texas do not have to struggle through hunger. They can turn to North Texas Food Bank for the food they need.
And we are all in this together. We all know someone who has been financially impacted, negatively impacted because of this pandemic, through the loss of a job, shutting down of a business, slowing down. So please, if you or someone you know needs food assistance, please call 214-269-0906 or go to ntfb.org. The food bank is conducting massive food distributions almost every week and is there to help us. And for those of you who can help, the most critical resource that the food bank needs right now is funds. The increased need for food is putting a lot of stress on the food bank's resources.
But there are other ways you can help too.
Right?
Friends, during these times of shelter in place,
That's right.
if you are missing social connections, if you are looking for motivation, a purpose, or wanting to help those who are impacted, we need you.
Yes, look no further.
Connect with the HungerMitao movement. We need your ideas, your engagement to help the food bank.
Your skills, your talent. There are so many ways that you can join and help the food bank through the HungerMitao movement.
So if you're interested, and available, please drop us a line at ntfb.org/HungerMitao. Together we'll be a stronger team.
Exactly. As we come close to the program, we would like to thank you all for your generosity and for caring about others around you. North Texas Indian American community, thank you. Thank you for caring, for volunteering, for helping organize awareness events, for running food drives, for making donations, for becoming multi-year donors, for giving your time, for giving in kind. And thank you, Fanasia, for becoming the mouthpiece for HungerMitao.
Our mission, friends, is HungerMitao. And HungerMitao is as much about eradicating hunger as it is about unifying the fragmented efforts of our community and focusing it on the humanitarian cause of hunger. Let's come together like we have as the entire Indian American community and show how we engage in any place we call home. We are smart, compassionate change agents who give where we live, so our communities benefit from our presence.
Until next week, friends, remember, we may never be able to eradicate hunger, but let us ensure no one goes hungry.
Hello, friends. This is Bharat and Meena Trivedi.
Varsha and Dilip.
Sapna,
and Gaurav Lal.
Suvarna, Arya,
And Manoj Khadi.
Ilanga.
Sejal Desai,
Smita.
and Vivek Chaudaha.
Anjali Desai,
T and Deepak Arora.
Pawan.
And Rinki Agrawal.
Sid.
And Archana Nair.
Danny.
and Rinku Mehta,
And Sunil Kiani.
Priyanka,
And Vinay Kedia.
I'm Johnny Jenkins.
Kiran Fincher.
Raj,
And Aradhna Asava,
together,
we support